Hello everybody and welcome back to another review by Redonkulous Gaming. This is Veedster and I just want to remind you to visit our website at redonkulousgaming.com for more Nintendo Switch news and follow us on Twitter at RedonKGaming. If you like this video, please click the subscribe button and all information can be found in the description below. Today I will be reviewing Fire Emblem Warriors. This has been a highly anticipated game, and the Fire Emblem series has had a colorful history and has been considered the origins of Japanese strategy RPGs. Fire Emblem introduced many of the trappings that are found in RPGs today, and Fire Emblem Warriors definitely respects this tradition with many of the mechanics it has included in the game. The game is set in the country of Aetolas, and the story begins with the kingdom being attacked when the gates of the other world open within the royal castle. The royal family are trying to escape, and the twins, Rowan and Liana, have escaped the castle at the cost of their mother. The queen has instructed them to protect the shield of flames, and they begin their mission to discover the sudden appearance of the monsters and to stop the Shadow Dragon from reawakening. Like many of the previous Fire Emblem games, Fire Emblem Warriors has been packed to the gills with a huge cast of both playable and story-driving characters. Fans of the Fire Emblem games will recognize many of the characters that have been included. These characters also maintain the tradition that has been set forth by the Fire Emblem games, and they all have a wide variety of classes which they fall under. And these classes have some unique skills that make them handy to have in battle. Fire Emblem Warriors is made up of 20 chapters, a prologue, an endgame, and a premonition chapter. The game brings along many of the mechanics that have been set forth by its predecessors. First, young displaced royalty, obviously the twins Rowan and Liana, that are caught up in a complicated global conflict. Second, a combat system where certain weapons have strengths and weaknesses against different weapon types. Basically the rock, paper, scissors system. And third, a support system where you can link up and support with another ally and build synergy that can impact strategy decisions when deploying team members in battle. The game is a standard hack and slash with big shiny effects and where big numbers are king. But in its defense, who doesn't like to see 1,000+ bad guys killed within one sitting? You begin the game by picking a bunch of options that customizes the game to each person's experience and playstyle. First, you pick which twin you wish to play, again Rowan or Liana. Second, the difficulty level, easy, normal, or hard. Your playstyle, casual or classic. This really impacts the game. In casual, your allies will return and come back to life in the next chapter, versus classic is more the traditional Fire Emblem way, where once your character dies, it's a permanent death. And finally, the pace at which you wish to play the game. There's a slow or steady, which introduces a lot of pop-ups as you level throughout the combat, or the quick and efficient, where it's a non-stop hack and slash through each chapter, and you wait till the end, you find out who's gained levels, who's gained synergy, and all that other information. The combat is very straightforward. There's a regular attack, a strong attack, a weapon special, and a dodge button. You level your character up and fill up emblems to be able to chain more attacks together and also use additional skills. And you try to optimize the damage with regular attacks and close with a strong attack in order to maximize your damage. The stronger enemies have a stun bar, and when you deplete the stun bar, you will do a special finisher attack. There is a camera lock button, which I felt was a bit clunky and didn't always properly focus on the target, and this led to me having to run around in circles a lot just to recenter on the desired target. Ally system was quite nice, but I always felt that once I left the same room as the ally I had linked up to, it was pretty much like I wasn't fighting without one. Although I do have to admit the ally warrior special combos were graphically pretty and kind of cool to watch. As you progress through the game and discover new characters, you have the ability to switch between them with the D-pad up or down button, and this allowed for a nice change of pace between the different classes. However, many classes and characters that fell into the similar weapon classes felt the same. All sword wielders to me felt very similar, all axe wielders felt similar, and all lancers felt similar. The one weapon that I saw some video for but have not had a chance to play yet because I haven't reached or opened up a character with it are the archers, and their attacks actually looked quite interesting. The character graphics were done well, and each character definitely had unique features and clothing that individualized them, which can be quite difficult with such a large cast to develop. The music was very good, and it was action-oriented, which really maintained the momentum of the game. However, the enemies were quite repetitive, and they all looked the same, and at some points, I didn't even realize what weapon type the enemy was until I started fighting them and made my first swing. But when you're killing 1,000, 2,000 enemies per chapter, a little leeway can be given there. The maps were big and had good detail in them. Unfortunately, due to the winding and the distances you had to run, it wasn't very conducive to take advantage of the weapon triangle system. It was just easier to activate a special or use your ability to negate the weapon weaknesses and plow right through the enemies. This really made one of the unique mechanics of the Fire Emblem series pointless. Fire Emblem Warriors is a fun hack and slash game. It's great to get in there once in a while and just take down 2,000 to 3,000 enemies. But to be honest, after the 4th chapter, I found myself just running past the enemies to get to the mini boss mobs and quest objectives and then completing the chapter. I think the storyline and plot is well done and definitely worth the money, but after 4 or 5 chapters, I felt like the game was very repetitive and the gameplay wasn't really worth the $60. I give the story a solid 9 out of 10, but the gameplay only a 6 out of 10 because, like all things flashy, it wears off after a while. So I'll split the difference for the game and give the overall score a 7.5 out of 10. I hope this review gave you some insight into the game, and let us know what you would like us to review next in the comments section.